Hello friends, my name is James Hopkins, and as always I'm joined by my good friends Bryan and Anthony Allicino, as well as my younger brother, Jack Hopkins. On this show we're all about parlays, overs, unders, spreads, and money lines. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Parlay-Vous. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Parlay-Vous podcast. Jack Bryan in studio, Allicino at home as always, via the Zoom. We'll get right into it. Week 3 has come and went. We're almost a quarter way through the NFL season already. Let's just talk about the goddamn Jets. All right?
Okay.
Jets fans, it's gonna be okay. I have a message for you, for all Jets fans out there.
Yeah, from who, dude? God?
If you were in the camp that feels as if Zach Wilson is unwatchable and the Jets offense is unwatchable with Zach Wilson on the field, I got good news for you. Don't watch him. Take the family pumpkin picking. Invite your in-laws over for dinner. Go to the farmer's market. Do all the Sunday shit that our wives and girlfriends always want us to do, but we don't want to do. Just go do it when the Jets are on. And instead, we're going to watch our football on Saturdays. All right? Start watching the Washington Huskies. Start watching the University of North Carolina Tar Heels. Start watching the Oregon Ducks. And start watching the USC Trojans. Caleb Williams, Drake May, Bo Nix, Michael Penix Jr. These are the guys you're going to start watching. And the tank job is on.
You think it's there?
I believe this team is going down with Zach Wilson. Today, they added Trevor Siemian to the practice squad. There's our veteran backup quarterback who may or may not be starting games by the time the bye week comes around. The fact of the matter is, when your top 10 quarterback, future Hall of Famer, goes down 4 snaps in, it's over.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you think the Chiefs would be if Mahomes went down in 4 plays?
Right.
Where do you think the Bills would be if Allen went down in 4 plays? You don't go from losing a top 10 player at the quarterback position and continue to compete and make the playoffs. Colts 10-6 went on a playoff run. Back in 2010, 2011, Peyton Manning has neck surgery. 2-14 the next year. Same football team. What have the Ravens done without Lamar Jackson in the past?
Well, Tyler Huntley's not bad.
Way back when. Oh, well, let's just use the example that everyone wants to bring up. 1998, the Jets, I believe, went 11-5. 11-5 or 12-4. Playoff run, right? Next year, week 1, Vinny Testaverde tears his Achilles in the second quarter of the first game, and I believe they went 2-14 the next year. This is what happens. So this brings me to my next point when we're speaking about the Jets. A lot of people between WFAN New York, ESPN New York Radio, the 2 local sports radios here in the New York City area, and Jets Twitter, Joe Namath, Mike Francesa, who's retired. Mike, no one gives a fuck, Mike. No one gives a fuck. You're retired. Get off of Twitter. The common theme all over the place is Joe Douglas and Rob Saleh need to be fired. Really? You want Mike McCagnon to be the GM again? You want to have Eric Mangini, who actually, in retrospect, was a good coach. But you want to go back to John Idzik? You want to go back to all of these incompetent people that we've had running the show for the last however many years, 10, 15 years? To say that you want to have the head coach and the GM fired because they didn't plan for Aaron Rodgers to blow his Achilles out in 1 game is fucking sickening to me. Mm-hmm. And then we have all of the people who are saying that they should have just cut Zach Wilson and kept Mike White. You don't understand how football works then. Because when you draft a guy in the top 5 of the NFL draft, 2 years later, whether he's on your roster or not, you're carrying a dead money charge. It's not like we just cut Zach Wilson and it's all good. He was going to count for $12 million on the cap this year, whether we fucking had him on the team or not. So no, fiscally, you would not be able to pay Aaron Rodgers and cut Zach Wilson and pay Mike White.
Right.
It wasn't going to happen. The absolute worst case scenario happened with the Jets. You don't get a mulligan for that? Do we not remember, I was texting you guys this last night, I think, when Bob Saleh and Joe D showed up at One Jets Drive, this was a directionless sack of losers on the field in green and white in Jersey. Directionless sack of fucking bums. Now, for better or worse, the culture's changed. That's Bob and Joe. You think the culture just changed for no reason?
Mm-hmm.
Pull up the 2022 draft class for me, Jack. Pull up the Jets 2022 draft class. Jets 2022 draft is the obvious ones: Sauce Gardner, Garrett Wilson, Jermaine Johnson in the first round, right? Then we get Breece Hall in the second round. And then we get Michael Clemens in the fourth round. And we get Max Mitchell in the fourth round. I believe that's the entire draft class. That's almost as good as... Jeremy Ruckert in the third. That's almost as good as it gets. Almost as good as it gets. Then we go to the 2021 draft class. Zach Wilson, look, if it's a big bust, we're talking Jamarcus Russell levels of bust now, is what people are talking about. If that's the case, fine. The Jets didn't just wake up and decide to take a bum number 2 overall. There were lots of teams that would have done it. Philly was trying to trade up to number 3 overall to take him. They pulled back on the trade because the Jets confirmed they were going to take him ahead of the draft. The Philadelphia Eagles, who everyone thinks Howie Roseman is a fucking genius, right? He was prepared to give up multiple picks to go get this kid. Quarterbacks in the first round of the draft don't work out. It's about a 50% chance, if not worse at this point. Maybe they missed. Elijah Vera Tucker also comes in that first round. Calling him the best player on the team last year. Think it's absolutely fucking ridiculous to suggest that we're going to fire and start over again. So we could get another Adam Gase come in, run the show? No thanks. Couple of notes from the game. Also leading into all these idiots. The offensive line's atrocious, right? I disagree. This entire team has not been performing well. It's from the 53rd guy on the roster all the way up to Woody Johnson and everywhere in between. Aaron Rodgers is hurt. The defense, I mean, you could argue they gave up 13 points. They didn't give up a point in the second half to the Patriots. Still struggling to get off the field. They're still struggling to get off of the field. And I do not want to hear about, well, the offense keeps going 3 and out. Don't care. Don't care, because the defense, when they do get punts, are getting the ball punted down inside the 5-yard line. What do you want this team to do when we're in the position we're at and we're running plays from our own 3 with our backup quarterback out there? What, do you just want him to throw a pick 6 in the first quarter and the second quarter and effectively end it before it starts? No. I know Tony said it the whole game. Nate Hackett needs to be better, because the offensive line can't do a damn thing about the fact that Bill Belichick and the Patriots defense knows you're running it on first down. 9 guys in the box. 5 guys to block 9. Why don't you tell me how we do it? Find me the offensive line in the NFL that could block 9 with 5. It's fucking ridiculous. The only drive of the game where they had success were throwing the ball on first down. It cannot be put a fucking muzzle on Zach Wilson and do not let him make mistakes. It cannot be, Zach, you cannot make mistakes. What it has to be is make more good plays than you make mistakes. Because what got Zach Wilson drafted was off schedule, his ability to get outside the pocket and throw the ball deep. And now we want him to be a 2-step and sling it fucking drop back quarterback.
Sit in the pocket.
It's never going to work for Zach Wilson. It's never going to work for anybody on the Jets organization if we try to have Zach, hey man, we just need you to throw the ball 20 times, complete 13 of them, maybe get 130 yards. It's not going to work, because now he's in his head. The defense knows that you're fucking too afraid to let him throw the ball. At this point, what's it matter? Do you think Zach Wilson sucks, Allicino? Do you think he's not very good? Do you think he's a bust?
I don't think he's a bust yet.
Okay, do you think he's played well? Would you say there's much to lose at this point?
No, there's nothing.
If you're Bob Saleh and Joe Douglas, is there anything to lose?
Absolutely not. You already lost Aaron Rodgers.
So would you rather Zach Wilson piss in a puddle in the middle of the fucking field, be terrified to throw an interception, and probably not do well anyway? Or would you rather open up the fucking playbook and maybe we get a couple of explosives going on here?
Right.
One time throw the ball more than 15 yards in the air on first down. One time do it. Because now you could say Zach sucks, you could say the offensive line sucks, you could blame whoever you want to blame. When it's run, pass on 3rd and 10 every drive, that's going to be a fucking recipe for failure no matter who the quarterback is.
So, to add to your point, I believe I saw a post after the game on one of these accounts I follow. During the press conference, it was mentioned that we're going to try and move away from the Aaron Rodgers-based system that we've been running with the run, pass, and the play scheme, the scheme. So hopefully, you've been saying everything I've been thinking on the Jets segment thus far. So hopefully, we actually move away from the drop back, 2 steps pass, run pass, because everyone knows it's coming. Everyone knows what's going on. You've seen the game film. It's been the same for the past 3 weeks.
Yeah, I agree with what you're saying too.
You gotta open it up.
They're setting them up for failure, essentially. I think what you're saying is right. I mean, take the brakes off a little bit. Let him at least sling the rock. At worst, he throws a pick, which he's already been doing. And at best, you get a big play, and all of a sudden the team's back on his side, your side. I mean, not to pour onto the Jets, but the sideline things where, that's a product of what's been going on the team. If you let Zach do his thing and he starts playing better, all that shit kind of corrects itself. Because you say it all the time. What's the one thing that keeps everyone going and playing good and in good moods? Winning. Everyone wants to fucking win. But if we're losing and not trying, then that's why I think the players are getting frustrated. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 100%. It's easy to say Zach Wilson sucks. It's easy to blame Joe Douglas because the offensive line. People are still holding him accountable for the offensive line last year. 7 guys were on the IR.
Right.
Find me a GM that gets you out of that hole. 1. 2, what do you think? This is just log on to www.franchisequarterback.com and you just go order one, Amazon, it shows up the next day? Name me the guy that the Jets would get. Name me the guy. Kirk Cousins isn't happening.
Is the media, they love pouring on Zach. It became a narrative last year, and everyone just kept rolling with it. And once Rodgers went down, they were just like, we're going to just keep rolling with it. Do you know what I'm saying? This whole, he's not one with the team, and he can't do this, and he can't do that. They just fell right back into it. He never even had a chance to even, redeem himself at all. Without even playing.
And part of the Aaron Rodgers plan was that there might be a reclamation project with Zach Wilson here now. My genuine opinion, first of all, I still do believe Zach has all of the ability, and no one has helped him in the last 3 years. He's not been helped at all in the last 3 years by much of what's going on around him. Maybe he does suck. I'm not dying on that hill. He might be awful. There's a very good possibility he's just not very good. He's not getting any help. Part of the Aaron Rodgers thing was a reclamation project, right? The 2 silver linings that come from this whole ordeal, Joe Douglas fought hard to make sure that was a conditional pick. So now we have a 1 this year. Mm-hmm. And could you imagine not having the 1 this year and they go on to only win 3 or 4 games? Then everyone might get fired. The situation here, in my opinion, we get to expedite the process of the Zach. If Zach doesn't show any growth in the box score, since that's what all the fans care about is the box score. They don't care about the fact that he looks more confident, the fact that he's not fucking running around as much and making the bad plays, and he's trying to go through reads and just getting crushed. Nobody cares about any of that. They care about the box score. If he doesn't improve the box score numbers at all and this team flames out, we've just expedited the Zach Wilson reclamation project. It's over now. You decline his 5th-year option. You can get out of his contract next year. He'll wind up going to Shanahan or someone and become a solid backup, just like Geno Smith did. And we can go ahead and select one of these guys. And for once in my life, the Jets have an opportunity to properly develop a young quarterback behind Aaron Rodgers for the next year or 2. And then we can see what's going on. The idea that we're going to give up a 1+ for Kirk Cousins makes me want to vomit. Not to mention, if you're any quarterback in the NFL, starting quarterback, would you tell the GM of your team, yeah, I'd love to go get traded to Aaron Rodgers' team? You don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Who wants to show up where there's already someone running the show just because he's out this year?
Yeah, you're just coming in for a year old. Basically.
Nobody. It's completely fucking ridiculous that people are talking, oh, Colt McCoy. If you think Colt McCoy is going to put this team over the edge, you're dumb.
Oh.
Dumb. I think that's all. Oh, this is the last thing I have to say. If the Jets find a way to super tank it up and the tank job is on, and God forbid we have the first overall pick and take Caleb Williams, I might jump ship.
No, you're not.
I will jump
You're
ship.
not going to jump ship.
I will jump ship if they draft Caleb Williams. Caleb Williams is Zach Wilson all over again. Watch USC tape.
I think we should revisit this when we get closer to it.
Watch the USC tape, dude. He rarely completes a ball.
All right, it doesn't matter.
He rarely completes a ball.
They're not going to finish with the worst record. So just stop. Just stop. All right?
You don't think it's possible? They're right there with Arizona.
It's impossible.
Nothing's
I let you have your rant. The Jets ruined Zach Wilson. He's not ruining himself. They ruined him. It's just how it is. We got to get over it. Just got to get over it. The other thing is, none of those, and I'm going back way to the beginning because I let you rant, but none of those other quarterbacks you named that got injured had a number 2 draft pick in his rookie contract waiting in the wings. You're not mentioning when Tom Brady tore his ACL. And who led them?
Matt Castle.
11-6. It can be done. The Jets have a good team. The fact of the matter is, all they did last year was shit talk and fight and bitch and complain about Zach Wilson then, and they probably had every right to. That's fine. To just go out and be joyous and this is it and punch the ticket to the Super Bowl, and they got Aaron Rodgers. Rodgers goes down and it's right back to this guy, and everybody on the inside is like, fuck, we're fucked. And that's what it feels like. That's what it looks like. From not just a playing perspective, a coaching perspective, a fan perspective, every aspect of it, Joe Douglas should not lose his job by any means necessary. I agree with you. That's the one thing I say I agree with you. They have every tool they need to get it done now. Sorry, there's no reason. I understand you lost Aaron Rodgers. I understand that's a big deal. Don't tell me this team isn't a wild card team. They are. They just got to start playing together and win. I just said it before the other day. I've never seen the more talented group of guys that just don't play together. Mm. It's crazy. And this goes back to the Rodgers thing, too. Like, Rodgers got his guys, you know? He got Lazard. He got Randall Cobb. You know, it was like, you know how it goes when they start building. It was a little bit esque of, like, the Rams. Had Rodgers been healthy and played and the Jets were 7-1 near the deadline, 6-1 near the deadline, they probably would have traded for an all-star middle linebacker or something like Bobby Wagner. Back when Bobby Wagner got traded. You know what I mean? When the Rams went all in,
Von Miller,
they would have been in that all-in situation. Didn't work out. They were literally the baby Rams. They were right there. They were going to do it. They were going to sacrifice their soul. They were going to go for the ring, and that's it. So now we're here. Now we're here. Can I just say one thing? And I'm not saying it's going to happen. They beat the Chiefs. They're 2-2 and all is right in the world.
Stop.
I'm just saying.
Stop. They're not going to beat the Chiefs.
Just like the Cardinals weren't going to beat the Cowboys, right?
Not the same.
Don't think it's
Don't
the same.
do that. Don't do that. The Kansas City Chiefs.
In what
Patrick
position?
Mahomes is a top 3 quarterback ever to live. Dak Prescott's never been a top 3 quarterback in his division.
In what position
Stop.
are the Cardinals better than the Cowboys at?
Coaching.
Wrong. Stop it.
No, not wrong.
I won't accept that. And I'm not going to sit here and argue with you over it, but I won't accept that.
The Cowboys Cardinals game last year is a perfect example of any given Sunday. It's any given
Any
Sunday.
given Sunday.
It's-
Sunday. What are we talking about?
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's pretty wild, honestly. I'm not sure if the Jets beat the Chiefs.
I'm not saying they're going. I'm not
Right.
calling out saying they're going to. All I'm saying is, we saw the Titans. We saw the Texans mollywop the Jaguars. We saw the Cardinals beat the Cowboys. Zach Wilson has the game of his life against Mahomes, and all is forgotten. Or the Jets defense has the game of their life against the Chiefs, and all is forgotten. Every single one of Zach Wilson's mistakes that he made in the last 2 weeks were on third down, 3rd and 10 plus, trailing late in the game. He didn't make a mistake early on.
Desperation.
He was just pushed to the edge, and then they said, "Okay, now you jump." And he's like, "I jump now? Yeah, you jump now." I was texting Jimmy. I was like, they're putting this kid in the worst situations possible, and then saying, "Go win, kid." And the kid's like, "Now win? You didn't let me throw. You let me throw the ball 16 times through the first 3.5 quarters. Now it's throw. When the team knows I'm going to throw and they pick me off on 3rd and 12, I have to throw." You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't. It's way too much pressure on the kid from every single facet of the game. And you look at the top quarterbacks in the NFL right now, none of them had the pressure Zach Wilson had. Sorry. Mahomes was under Alex Smith until goddamn Andy Reid was like, "Hey, Alex, fuck off, dude. We got this guy." Never heard of Pete. You never heard, "Who is this kid?" No one knew who the fuck he was when he showed up. Even the people that watch, like us, didn't even know who he was when he showed up. Josh Allen, goddamn turnover machine. Don't hear, "It's time to change the reins at quarterback." You don't hear that. You never hear that. So that's what I'm saying. It's like,
Josh Allen makes the plays too, though.
yeah, but all right, now I'm going to say something crazy. If you let the leash go of Zach Wilson, the worst he could be is a poor man's Josh Allen. The worst he could do is turn the ball over a little more than Josh Allen and make a little less plays than Josh Allen, which is still more than he's doing now. You know what I'm saying? Like, let him go. And if he's going to be a disaster and a mess, they're still losing. It doesn't make a difference. You know what I mean? You're going to have Trevor Siemian sitting there, sit in the pocket, drop back. Like, to me, Trevor Siemian, if that man sees a snap, we've given up on Zach Wilson.
If anyone sees a snap at quarterback, barring an injury the rest of the year, it's over. Over for Zach Wilson.
And then you say that, you're like, "Oh, he'll go back up somebody and have a decent career or whatever." Gino, we're not in, right now it's still on, we don't know yet, but right now we're in this, like, Gino might be, when it's all said and done, we might be like, "Wow, he was a legit quarterback for 5, 6, 7 years." Not like, "Hey, he backed up somewhere." No, he was legit. He's entering that, "Oh, I might be legit" territory. Sam Darnold is more of a, let's see, but Brock goes down, nothing stops over there. So I'm just saying, it's just one of those things. It seems like it's like a fucking black plague that just follows Jet fans around. I get that. But at the same time, it's like, let him throw, Nathaniel Hackett. Get over yourself. Air it out. Like, here's my thing. Garrett Wilson, you want to fight, you want to argue, you want to yell on the sidelines, you want to say you're open, you want to say blah, 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 blah. Zach, throw it. Throw it. Make him go make a play. A.J. Brown makes fucking 10 plays a game. Debo makes 10 plays a game. You want to be that guy, Zach? Go make a play. Jamar Chase, go make a play.
My problem is the Jets just come out and it's like you could fucking, you know when you could guess on Madden the play?
Yeah.
And then the defense just floods that way?
Yeah.
That's what's happening to them every fucking first and second down. And then he wasn't in, I don't believe he was in a 3rd and less than 6 almost the entire game on Sunday. I could be wrong.
No,
but
I felt like they were always in double digits.
More often than not, it's 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8, and now we got to go do something, and it's not good. And then when they do decide to come out and throw the ball, or even throw the ball on first down, we're trying to fuck. There was one play in particular, I can't remember when it happened. It's a fucking max protect, two guys out in the pattern.
Yeah.
All right, we can cover that with 4 and still get after you with 7.
See what they're doing with CJ in Houston? They're letting him throw, letting him make mistakes, letting him do it, and he looks pretty damn good to start. And that's what they need to do with Zach. I mean, we're gonna see it this weekend. It might be a losing effort, but Zach could still look good from this.
They need to. God damn! Excuse me. I'm like Frank the Tank. I'm all excited. Instead of we see these, they come out of shotgun. It's an RPO or a play action. Zach pulls it, and he's looking over the middle for these 17, 12, 15-yard long developing patterns over the middle and down the field. How about stick the ball in the running back's chest, pull it out, and throw it to Garrett Wilson on a fucking bubble screen? Because every other team in the NFL seems to turn that into 7, 8, 9, 12, sometimes 80-yard touchdown plays.
Oh, the Giants don't either, so. You know.
But we don't even run it. It's not even in the playbook. And when we do it, it's on 3rd and fucking 9, and they're playing a Tampa 2 shell, and it's 3 guys to the ball before he's at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
I feel like a 14-year-old who's played Madden since he was 5 could come up with better offensive scheming than Nate Hackett right now. I really do.
So, as of an hour ago, there was a letter released.
Fuck Colin Kaepernick.
Okay.
That guy hasn't played a snap in 7 years, dude. He's 35 years old, 36 years old. He hasn't played a snap in 7 years. Fuck that, dude. It's not even the same league you came out of.
Sure.
I don't believe he was very good at the peak of his powers. What they were doing at the peak of Colin Kaepernick's powers was very new to the NFL at the time. Saw it a lot in college.
Did you read the letter at all?
No.
Wasn't asking for a roster spot. Was asking to be the head of the practice squad.
Yeah, I read the letter.
What was he asking to do?
He wants to join the Jets practice squad.
As a quarterback?
Yes.
Yeah.
And do what? Just practice?
Yeah.
And lead the team in practice so he could show the other teams that he still has it in him and prepare the guys with a veteran presence for the likes of Mahomes, Mahomes, Tua, and Hurts, because those are the next 3 games.
I don't think the Jets would ever do it. Because the
They'd be
minute
out of their fucking mind.
Colin Kaepernick puts pen
already
to
are a
paper,
circus. You want to be more of a circus?
you thought 2012 Tim Tebow was a circus?
Yeah.
There's going to be the Jet Life Stadium is going to be fucking loaded with guys wearing custom-made Colin Kaepernick Jet jerseys, clamoring for this guy to get on the field.
Oh, God. Listen, I mean, I know we're going to run out of time now. I really don't have much to say about the Giants at all because we knew what we were getting ourselves into with this. The only thing I want to say about the Giants, and I could do it in 2 minutes, I could do it in 1, I could probably do it in a half a minute, is can we stop giving us fucking nationally televised games?
Please. We have another
I understand they're all technically nationally televised, but why do we keep getting primetime games?
It's so funny you say that because when we printed out Guess the Lines, I was like, the Giants are on Monday night this week?
Dude, the Jets got 6 more.
The
Jets got
the Jets do
more.
have a lot. They were on the
What?
Aaron Rodgers schedule.
The Jets have 6 more primetime games.
It's like ridiculous. I don't get it. We're not good. Like, we're not bad, but like nobody wants to stay up on Monday night in fucking Kansas and watch the Giants play. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sorry. It doesn't do it for me. I want it to stop. Daniel Jones doesn't look good. Daniel Jones doesn't look like a guy who's worth $135 million or whatever the fuck we gave him.
160.
Well, that's if he hits all the incentives. I don't think. I'm not saying he's not the guy. I'm saying tough start. We need to fucking figure it out. Honestly, defense looks like shit. I mean, look, we're 1-2, so I'm not gonna panic.
They can beat Seattle. They can beat Seattle.
We can beat losing to Dallas and losing to the 49ers. Nothing to scoff at. We beat the Cardinals. It was a little trouble, but we beat them. You turn around and beat Seattle, you're 2-2. I'm okay with it. I'll take a 2-2 start.
The Giants competed through 3 quarters. Now, I didn't watch any of the game on Thursday night. I had other shit to do.
Yeah.
But from what I understand, they competed through 3 quarters before it got out of hand. Without both of their tackles, and their prime-time blue-chip offensive weapon, Saquon Barkley.
Yeah.
For most guys, that's a 4, 5, 6 week injury. He might be back on Monday night. Dable said today both of the tackles are trending in the right direction.
Yeah.
Too early to tell with the Giants. We lost Allicino. Do you have anything else you want to say about the Giants before we take our break? And then
Not much. I mean, we kind of all said it on Thursday. The Niners pretty much were going to run the table. The Giants looked better, but how much better were they really going to look against the 49ers defense? You know? I agree with what you're saying, though. I think Seattle's going to kind of be like the real... Like, if it looks bad, if it's Cardinals-type game against the Seahawks, then we're in fucking trouble. Do you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
If
100%.
it's, 28-0 in the third, things are bad. So... The Giants talk?
Yeah.
You heard it here first. Are we going to break? We're going to break.
Yeah.
Break.
What up, guys? We're going to get you back to the show as soon as possible. I promise you that. But before we can do that, we have to make sure that all of our listeners are looking good and feeling better this fall with Saatchi Di Dinero. October 14th, Saatchi is releasing their fall 2022 collection. You want a hoodie that's nice and comfortable. You can wear it out when you're running errands. You can wear it out to the bar. You can wear it maybe when you're going to pick up a date. Whatever you want to do this fall, Saatchi's got you covered. These hoodies, they're pre-shrunk, and it's an oversized fit. So basically what that means is you're going to want to grab one size down from what you would normally wear, and you're going to be perfect. You're normally a large, grab a medium. Normally a medium, you want to grab a small. It's very simple, very lightweight, very comfortable. We got a promo code for you. The promo code HAVOC, HAVOC, going to get you 10% off of your total purchase at checkout. SaatchiDiDinero.com is where you want to go for that. Saatchi Di Dinero, always authentic, never counterfeit. Welcome back to the show. As always, best way to support the show is to support the sponsors. Support the sponsors, supporting the podcast, helping us chase a dream, get out of this basement, quit our jobs. You know the drill. I got to keep saying it, though, because I still have a job. It's time for Guess the Lines, everyone's favorite part of the pod.
Either way, you would still have a job. It would just be a better job, but it's still a job. Go
He's
ahead.
a worker, man. He works.
It's weird. It's a weird thing to say over there. It's Guess the Lines. It's week 4. At home, Allicino's 3-0. He's been kicking ass and taking names. We don't stop, though. Plenty of season left.
I'm coming for it today, dude.
You're not. Thursday night football. The Detroit Lions are taking on the Green Bay Packers in Green Bay. It's just hard for me, but I went Green Bay minus 2.5.
I was thinking, because of the way Green Bay played last week, I didn't know which way to go. Because the Lions also played well.
You just got to remember we're not far enough into... And correct me if I'm wrong, Allicino. I don't believe we're long enough into the season yet for Vegas to start taking a serious recency bias.
Damn, because I totally went recency on this one.
The first month of the year, 6 weeks of the year, they're not going to overreact, really.
I usually agree with you, but I've noticed a trend with Green Bay the whole year.
That's what I'm saying. Like, Green Bay's been, like, very, very close.
No, Vegas has been very favorable to Green Bay the whole year.
See, and I feel like they've been disrespectful to Detroit all year.
Yes.
Green Bay's at home, and it's a Thursday night game.
Yeah.
Short week. So that's why I went Green Bay minus 2.5.
I like
Yeah,
that.
no, I don't hate it. I didn't do that. But what do you have, Jack?
I was originally going to go with a pick'em, but I wound up giving half the point to Detroit because I think Detroit's got the edge here.
Minus 0.5.
Damn.
I took a half
That
a
is a
point.
pick 'em.
Well,
Minus 0.5 is a pick 'em.
yeah. So I took a half.
I went -2 Detroit.
I went way too high because I went -6 Detroit.
And Detroit's spread this week is -1.
So
You got it.
Jack gets it or you get it?
Yeah, I was -2. You were 0.5, right?
Yeah, I took a half.
Green Bay minus.
He was
or
Green Bay minus
No,
0.5.
Detroit. No, I took Detroit minus a half.
Oh,
I
all
said
right.
Detroit minus. I have it on the fucking sheet. Dude.
All right,
All
calm down.
right, settle down. If you just use your fucking words, we don't have to worry about it.
As you can see, I have a
Maybe
tendency
if you weren't guessing spreads that I've never once seen on a sports book in my life, then it would be easier. I don't know. Jack's up 1-0. Atlanta Falcons at Jacksonville. again, maybe this is me going against my own words that I just said, but I got Jacksonville minus 3.5.
Yeah, this Atlanta shit. I thought it was going to be higher, but I took 2.5 for Jacksonville.
Same here.
4 for Jacksonville.
Jacksonville's spread is -3.
Is that us or you?
I think that's us.
3.5.
We got
What'd you guys
2.5.
I have 2.5.
That's so fucking annoying, dude.
Let's go, Jack.
Told you, dude. Told you
Good
I'm
shit.
coming for it.
Miami Dolphins are going to Buffalo to play the Bills. Bills are at home. This is a close one. Again, maybe I'm fucking up, but I think Buffalo should be minus at least 1.5.
1.5 for Jim. Allicino, I'm curious to see what you have.
Yeah, I got Miami minus 2.5.
Okay.
I have
Bryan?
Miami minus 3.5.
I took Buffalo by a field goal, and the spread is Buffalo by a field goal.
Damn.
Kids on fire to start.
Damn, they took Buffalo? Interesting.
He's got nothing else to do.
Interesting.
This one's fucked. But
Yeah,
go
this
ahead.
one is fucked.
The Denver Broncos are traveling to Chirac, Illinois to take on the Bears, arguably the worst team since 1904. I have the Bears minus 1.5 at home.
I took the Bears
How could
minus
you
a half
do that?
pick'em type of deal.
I have Denver minus 1.5 at home.
What do you have, Jack?
I mean, at away.
I
He's
have
got
it
another
half.
pick 'em. He's got Denver minus a half, which is absurd.
No. I got Chicago.
No, Chicago. I took
I
Chicago
got
minus
the
a half.
worst team in the world minus 2.5. I got Chicago favorites by 2.5.
Denver minus 3.
So that's Bryan.
I took Denver,
Yeah.
but it was 1.5.
Yeah, but you're the only one who took Denver, right?
Yes.
Leave it in. It's Denver minus 3, you said?
Yes.
Awesome.
Baltimore Ravens going to Cleveland. This one was really difficult for me because Baltimore underperforming, I think fair to say so far and throughout the season. Cleveland lost their best player, Deshaun. The Deshaun Watson that existed pre-allegations no longer exists. If he does, I don't know if he's using that talent playing pickleball on Friday afternoons. It just feels like the Monstars stole Deshaun Watson's talent.
Yeah.
So I went Baltimore minus 2.5, but I didn't feel good about it.
I took Baltimore 3.5 because I just Cleveland's just not it this year.
I took him 6.5, but that's probably too high.
Baltimore?
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
Okay, well, I took Cleveland minus 3.
Okay.
It's Cleveland minus 2.5.
Damn, good
Damn,
call.
I mean,
They really got the Cleveland Browns favored. Spicy meatball.
Cincinnati Bengals, it didn't look pretty last night, but they are back on track after a slug-it-out win over the Los Angeles Rams.
Yeah.
They're going to go to Tennessee to play the Titans, who look like dog shit. There's no better way to say it right now. They're a team that could be looking in the Caleb Williams, Drake May sweepstakes. Or maybe we see Will Levis by the end of the year, right?
yeah.
To be completely honest, I forgot Will Levis was on their roster. So maybe I take that back. I do have the Bengal Tigers minus 4.5 on the road.
Me too.
I took Bengals minus 1 because I didn't know how the book was going to look at it after the Rams win. So I went Bengals minus 1.
Whenever I struggle, I just take the field goal. Bengals minus 3.
Bengals minus 2.5.
Oh my god.
Allicino again.
You just take the field goal. You don't know? Field goal.
The Los Angeles Rams are going to play the Colts. Now, as we were filling this out, I was unsure what the deal with AR-15 was going to be. He is still... What?
Nah, dude, I didn't know that was the nickname.
Well, it was. He was number 15 in Florida. Now he's number 5 with the Colts. So it's like, doesn't really work, I guess, anymore. But Rich is still in concussion protocol. As we know with the concussion protocol, there's no timetable. Every case is different. We don't know exactly when it's going to be. Regardless of if it's Minshew or not, I took the Colts minus 2.5.
I took the Colts minus 1.
I took the Rams minus 4.
I took the Rams minus 2.5.
I got, for the spread. Colts 1.5.
Damn.
And you had them -1?
Yeah.
Scumbag. Tampa Bay Buccaneers going to New Orleans. Derek Carr has a sprained AC joint. Sorry, Allicino, but he's probably not going to play this week. I got the Bucs -1.5 on the road.
I got Nolans the other way at 1.5.
I have Tampa Bay -2.5.
Oh my God! I got the Saints -2.5.
All right.
Spread is New Orleans -3.
Oh my God! With this.
Washington Commanders, who, I mean, P.S. they're being sued by
What?
they're being sued by NAGA.
For what?
The Native American something
Oh.
Association. I believe it's over the fact that they got rid of the name the Redskins.
Yeah, I was gonna say I heard
Love that.
something.
How
Dude,
fucking
fucking
awesome
love
is
that.
that, dude?
Oh, yeah.
How great is that? For 20 years, we had to hear about how Redskins was racist. Now, the people who you thought it was racist to are suing them for getting rid of the name and the logo, for
That is
disparaging the
fucking
community.
absolutely
So
electric.
here's the bottom line. When it comes to something you think may or may not be racist, and you're a liberal white woman, just shut your mouth. All right? Let's just let the group that's being spoken about, let's let them tell us how they feel. Fucking ridiculous. Washington Seawards are at Philadelphia. I have Philadelphia -8.5.
I took Philly -8.5 as well.
I got a -7.5.
No, I got 9.
Philly's spread is -8.
That's
Brian,
your boy.
you hit.
You got 8?
I had 7.5. I was the closest.
Damn it, dude. I keep getting cocked out over here.
Listen, let's
At
not
this
get
point, I'm
cocked
just
out.
trying to get on the board. Minnesota Vikings are traveling to Carolina. I mean, Carolina's just lacking a lot of talent pretty much all over the place. Bryce Young, is he going to play? Do we have word on it? It didn't matter to me. Minnesota -2.5.
I took Minnesota -3.
I
Took
took a
the field goal.
-5.
Took a -4.
God.
The spread is 3.5.
I mean, I'm getting. Is
I
that
took
me?
the field goal.
No, it's Jack.
I took a field goal.
Pittsburgh Steelers at the Houston Texans. I mean, let's just face facts here. Kenny looks good at times, and I'm not saying that it's like bad for him, but this offense lacks explosion. Najee Harris, you know who Najee Harris reminds me of? And
Eddie Lacy.
That's what I was gonna say.
Trent Richardson.
Trent Richardson. No, he
I
said
said
Eddie
Eddie
Lacy because that's what I thought
Oh
too.
no,
But
Trent
Trent
Richardson.
Richardson's a great call.
Trent Richardson to me, mean motherfucker in college. Went high in the draft, Alabama guy. This guy's he's bringing back power football. That guy hits a hole. Your grandfather at 83 years old hits the hole at the same speed that Najee Harris does, dude.
No, it is fucking uncomfortably slow.
It's not that he's slow. He just doesn't hit the hole fast.
No, I'm saying
He's
it's
dancing 2 yards.
uncomfortably
He
weak
dances
and
2 yards.
fucking-
Why can't we go back to Pittsburgh Steeler power run football? Pull both fucking guards, kick out the end and the linebacker, get your big boys on into the second level, and run straight ahead. It's what made the Steelers who they were. Now we got Najee Harris at 225, 6 foot tall, dancing around in the backfield like he's Le'Veon Bell.
Yeah.
Not gonna cut it for me, dog. Houston -2.5.
Damn.
I mean, that's just.
Yeah, that was quite a
I just
switch up.
feel like you said that. That's. I don't. Okay.
I got.
What do you got, Brian?
I got
Or Zach?
Pittsburgh -4.
I took Pittsburgh by a field goal, so 3.
I got Pittsburgh -4.
The spread is. Oh, I'm sorry. I took Pittsburgh -2. I was reading the wrong thing. The spread is -3.
For who?
Pittsburgh.
All right, you need to say that.
What did you have?
I had 2. The spread is 3.
Oh, we don't have it.
What did you have?
We had 4.
Jack's got it.
Jack's got it.
I had 4.
I'm sorry. That's my fault.
This whole game's gonna get thrown out. All right, we're going into the 4:00 games here. It's a shit show. Jack has 7. Bryan and Allicino both have 3. I'm not on the board yet. The Las Vegas Raiders going to LA to SoFi Stadium to play in front of 80,000 AI robots. Los Angeles Chargers. I got the Chargers laying 6.
I had the Chargers with 7.
All right.
5.
Spread is 5.5. So that's Allicino.
God damn.
I keep getting cucked out by a half point, dude. I'm a half point over on every one of these fucking
Yeah,
spreads.
but I'm a half point away from Bing Bong.
Who
I
is
haven't
it?
Bing Bonged
You?
one yet. Yeah, I haven't Bing Bonged one yet.
No one has today.
No, Jack did.
Oh, that's right. You did.
New England Patriots at Dallas, going to Jerry World. They're just not a good football team. I know they did pretty much embarrass the Jets on Sunday, but they're not a good football team. This offense, is it much better than the Matt Patricia offense of last year? I don't know. They're playing without 3 cornerbacks, 3 playable cornerbacks against the Jets, and it still didn't matter. I think it's going to matter when you got CeeDee Lamb and Dak Prescott out there. I got Dallas minus 6.5.
I overreacted tremendously because I think New England sucks. So I took Dallas minus 10.5.
It's too high.
I took a -5.
I feel like one of us is going to get caught, Jim. I took a -7. I think that this game's going to be super close and super low scoring. I think the Patriots are going to do what they did to the Jets to every single team they play. Every game the Patriots play, the over should be less than 44.
Spread is -7 in Dallas's favor.
Damn.
Again, dude. Look me in the eyes through the Zoom. Again, I'm getting cuffed out, dude. Hey, Jack, by the way, for those keeping score at home, you're only up by 1 to Allicino now.
Oh, he's mad.
Arizona Cardinals traveling.
Yeah, but
What?
I hate these last couple ones. I feel no confidence in them.
Cardinals are traveling to San Fran to take on the Niners. The class of what football is in the NFL today. San Fran minus 11.5.
I took 13.5. I thought it should be 2 touchdowns.
I took 12. So we're all kind of in the same area.
13.
Spread is 14 in San Francisco's favor.
Shit.
So who had 13.5?
That would be me, sir.
All right. Jack's up by 2 on you again, Allicino.
Better bing bong.
I haven't gotten one right, so I think I won't gamble this week. Sunday Night Football on broadcast national TV for everyone to witness. The Kansas City Chiefs are coming into Jet Life Stadium, East Rutherford, New Jersey, to take on the fucking Jets, the sad sack Jets. What I believe is this spread should be 14.5. My pick is KC minus 9.5, but I think it should be over 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, I have KC minus 12.
I took.
Okay.
I'll see you go first.
So I obviously went down the list. So in order. So I agree with you, Jimmy, that because I put San Fran less than 2 touchdowns over Arizona, I have to do less than 2 touchdowns. So I respect the Jets more than I respect Arizona. So I did 10. Obviously Chiefs.
So I did 9.5, and the spread is 9.5 in
Damn.
Kansas City's favor.
God damn it, dude. See, even when I win, I lose. Even when I win, I fucking lose.
At least you have Bing Bong, though.
Yeah, great. At least I'm still in last place.
James, what did you have?
9.5.
And I took 9.5?
Yeah, you scumbag.
Sorry. Not sorry.
Monday Night Football. Seattle
let's
Seahawks also traveling to Jet Life Stadium to take on the New York Giants. I had Giants minus 2.5.
I had Giants minus 1.5.
I got a -2.
I have Seattle minus 3.
Oh!
Seattle minus 4.
It's Seattle minus 4?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Oh, wait. No. I'm sorry.
Oh.
I am so sorry. I fucked that one up. I had
Okay.
Seattle minus 4.
What is it?
Spread is 1.5. Giants.
That's me.
I'm so sorry. I did it again.
All right, someone else is getting the spreads next week.
That's fine.
Jack gets a win. He has 10 points. Allicino had 6. Bryan had 4. I had 2 on a lousy, nonsensical bing bong that at the end of the day ain't worth shit about nothing. Let's just call it how it is.
Ain't worth shit about nothing.
All right.
It's another exhilarating game of Guess the Lines. Thursday Night Football, and we'll get the fuck out of Dodge.
Yeah.
We're just. Never mind.
What's the matter?
I was gonna say I came back. I got my one. Now I'm gonna lose every single game the rest of the
Hey,
season.
you get your 15 seconds of fame. Fucking use it.
Yeah, you got
want
your
me to tell you?
FaceTime. We're gonna start doing it like PTI.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
You got 30
PTI.
seconds. Make any point about football you want.
Alrighty, dude. So I feel like we came out. We looked at the lines. We looked at the spread. We looked at the games.
Timeout. About football.
About football.
Make a point about football, not about your strategy for Guess the Lines.
Well, we just played the game. Guess the line. So why wouldn't I be? You know what? Never mind.
Jim,
Here's
you
my
have to understand he's not used to being in the winner's circle, so he really doesn't know what to do.
Yeah.
When he gets there.
Hey, fantastic game of Guess the Lines out there tonight. What do you think really went well for the squad? What?
Well, I think we game planned pretty well. I think we looked at the spreads, and I think we saw what was going on, what I felt good about. So what I did was I kind of used the field goal strat. I was like, I don't know what half these games mean, so I'm going to go by a field goal, and the team I feel has the most favor. So therefore, because of that, I feel like we
15
executed
seconds.
very well. That being said, I will say I do like Indianapolis this week. I think Indy's going to go and beat the brakes off the Rams a little bit, give them a little hard-nosed ball, just hard-nosed football club, just straight down their throat. So, yeah, let's move on to Thursday Night Football.
Time is up. Thank you, Jack. That was the Sachi Di Dinero winner's circle.
Yeah!
That is pretty good.
Thursday Night Football. What did we say
We
the
got-
spread was on this atrocity?
I just had it up. It is Detroit. I think it was -1 when we looked it up before, but now it's -1.5.
Now it's
as
one.
I just pulled it up. So
Detroit's -1.5. The over/under is 46 even. You got Detroit -122 on the money line. Green Bay +102 on the money line. Aaron Jones is back, right? Christian Watson said the plan is for him to be back.
Sam Laporta has the most receptions in football by a tight end right now, so that's interesting.
I know, but he just scored.
Yeah, that's true.
He just scored last week.
There's there's Jack's guy, Jaden Reed.
What about my boy Dontavian Wicks?
Dontavian.
I feel like my favorite play in this game's got to be the
He ain't
over.
even listed. The over?
It's got to be the
Yeah.
over.
I kind of like Detroit.
Both of these
-1.5.
teams barely play defense, so
Yeah, these are two above average offenses that they call it defense because they've lost the D.
yeah.
You know,
Chauncey Gardner-Johnson done for the season.
+700 for Wicks.
+700 for your boy Dontavian Wicks. Keep that one on a bookmark for you.
Dontavian Wicks to score an
Dontavian
anytime
Wicks to
touchdown.
score an
What
anytime
position does
touchdown.
Dontavian Wicks
He
play?
plays wide receiver.
For what team?
Green Bay Packers.
Okay.
Yeah, I was saying to Anna, like, I feel like I don't even know who the receivers are on the Packers besides Dobbs and Watson.
Well, what's
Christian
Watson? Because he's
Josh
back.
Dobbs, Jaden Reed, Dontavian Wicks, and then some white guy.
Gotcha.
Christian Watson going to make his season
Hold
debut
up.
Thursday night.
Bam Knight's on the Lions?
Yeah.
No, I didn't know that. He's
Bam Bam
+1200.
Bigelow is not, though.
No, I'm Zonovan Knight I'm talking about.
Yeah, he's not going to get on the field.
No, I know, but I didn't even know he wasn't on the Jets
Yeah.
anymore. I had
Oh,
no
yeah,
idea.
his ass got cut.
I like Detroit -1.5. Divisional game in Arrowhead.
Divisional
in fucking
game.
Lambeau is
Divisional game Thursday night on the
Yeah.
road.
it is tough.
I think it's going to be a lot of points. I'll go over here. I'm definitely Christian Watson anytime touchdown scorer.
He was, I think, 150, 155.
I'll hammer that. It's his first time on the field this year. Jordan Love's going to be looking for a spark. I think he was explosive at the end of last year. I like Watson to get in anytime.
James, what do we say about divisional home dogs?
They don't lose.
Well, I think you have my bet.
Well, you're a Packers fan, too.
Yeah,
I don't-
I'm getting ready to
I
start
don't
not
hate
paying
that bet.
attention.
I don't hate that bet. I will say this, though. The Packers didn't win Sunday. The Saints lost. And whether that's on Derek Carr getting injured or not, Jameis Winston played atrocious when he got in the game. They lost all faith in their offense, and they stopped moving the ball. That doesn't happen. They don't win that game. Don't get me wrong. They did score 17 unanswered, or I guess 18 unanswered.
Let me ask you something. Does Derek Carr play defense?
No, but it was one of those Jet things that they got very one-dimensional on offense, and then it was just horrible field position the whole second half. It was like, you know, when you're up, but you feel like you're down, like you feel like you're playing from behind, but you're winning the game. That's what it felt like watching it. It was like, oh, 3 and out, kicking back to them. Oh, giving them good field position. It was like nothing could go right. So if that happens again Thursday, the Lions don't let them come back. I don't care if it's at Lambeau. You know what I mean? That's my only thing. Lions get ahead 17-0. They close the door. Nobody? You're all just gonna stare?
No, I'm really torn on it because I like the Lions 1.5, but
It's a tough game.
I low-key kind of think a divisional game in Lambeau is, you know, I know the Saints almost beat them last week in Lambeau, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I gotta
I
tell
think
you,
the over's safe as far as like what Hawk's saying though.
I'm all about the Goffisons, dude. I'm all about the Jared Goffisons in Detroit. I'm so happy for this guy that he was a throw-in. You have to give up an extra pick just so that way we'll take back this awful guy and his albatross of a contract. And now all of a sudden they're a competitive team, and it's largely to do with how Jared Goff is operating the offense and playing well. And I would say he's not just a game manager. People throw the game manager, like at this point in the league, if you're not one of the top 5 or 6 guys, people just want to call you a game manager. Like, just because he's not Mahomes doesn't make him a game manager. Was that deep fucking yeet to Sam Laporta is not a throw a game manager even makes.
No, I agree.
He's not a game manager.
Yeah, no, he's a step above for sure. He's a bridge, if anything, but
I don't know
a
if there's.
decent bridge.
I don't know. Is there 10 guys you'd rather have?
Cousin.
Is there 10 guys
I mean, for the year or for a franchise?
for the year to go win right now?
He's probably top 12.
Yeah.
There's
I take him over
definitely
Watson.
there's definitely not 12 guys I'd rather have as a quarterback in the league.
I take him over Watson.
I'd rather have him than Jones right now.
Yeah. Yeah. By the way, while I'm looking at it because I'm on DraftKings, the thing I do every year with the divisions, right? Look how fucking freezing cold this is. This is like the Ice Age right now.
Well, you had
Ready?
the Jets in there, right?
Jets, Giants, Vikings, Bengals. I don't even need to go further.
Dude, you pulled that one straight
What's
out
the
of the
cash
freezer.
out? Are they offering you a cash
No,
out?
the cash out is we're taking your money and leaving. There is no cash out. Here's the other thing I'll say. My bet for the Jaguars Saints, right? I just checked if I wanted to place it right now. And it is plus 500 if I want to place it right now. I got it for plus 250. So right now it's plus 500, but they're both still favorites to win the division. They're both plus money, but they're both still favorites to win the division. My cash out right now is $349.53
On a $500 bet.
on a $750 bet.
Oh,
Okay.
it's not good.
No.
You just gotta let it ride.
Oh, well, of course. I might double down. I might put 250 more on right now plus 500.
I don't know if that's a move.
I don't know if it's the move.
Dude, I just don't see anybody in that division beating the Jaguars over 17 games.
The Colts don't
I'm
worry
sorry.
you.
If Famous Jameis just fucking plays decent football, we're all set, dude. We're all set.
Well, what is Famous Jameis famous for?
Stealing crab legs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Eating W's.
Jaguars, this is a big week for me because the Jaguars play the Falcons, and that would be a loss in that division and a win for the Saints. And then the Saints play the Bucks, which would be a big-time win-loss. So,
They're not in the same division though.
as far as Thursday goes,
Who were the Falcons and the Saints?
Oh, I was talking about the Jaguars.
No, he's talking about the Falcons.
Ah.
as far as Thursday goes, I'm going, I'm probably going just Josh Reynolds touchdown.
Yeah? What are the odds on Khalif Raymond?
Fuck Khalif Raymond, dude.
All right, dude. Fuck Kaepernick.
About Starvin
fuck
Marv,
Khalif.
dude.
Starvin Marvin's
Fuck
probably
Starvin
fucking...
Marvin, dude.
Forgot about him. He made a little return.
That guy, he's not starving. He's lost. He's lost in the sauce.
He's fucking
He's
like
old,
35 years old, dude.
Yeah, give him a fucking break, would you? Jesus Christ.
Do they give you a
That
break?
is one thing.
Khalif Raymond's plus 300.
No thanks.
Josh Reynolds is plus 250.
Way more sensible.
That's what I'm saying. Don't be fucking silly, dude.
They have a
Don't
history.
get
For a
goofy,
home run
dude.
shot.
They have a history going all the way back to LA, dude. Josh Reynolds, he looks formed. He's already gotten in the end zone this year.
What about have
Those
some
come
hooligan
on.
tomfoolery, dude?
Here's what I do have to say about the Lions is other than Amon-Ra St. Brown, the wide receivers, they leave a lot to be desired there. They do.
Yeah. Well, they had a guy.
Who?
He can't stop gambling.
Oh, Jameson Williams? Yeah, but we don't even... there's a lot going on with Jameson Williams. We don't even know if he's going to be good.
Yeah.
We really don't. Between
I
healthy...
want to just
off the
close
field
out the show
issues.
by saying that that trade today in fantasy and dynasty.
Yeah, lay it out for the people.
So I'm 0-3, got a lot of injuries. It's dynasty. I thought I had a decent team that I could, contend this year. It's not going to work. Got an offer from the first place team. He's 3-0. He goes, "What do you want for Eckler?" I go, "It's going to cost you a fortune." I go, "How's Pacheco, a first-round pick next year, and Kyle Pitts?" He goes, "I think that'll work. Let me look it through. Send it over." I don't send it. I text you guys, say, "Hey, what do you think about this deal?" I gotta pull it up because it was it's fucked up. All right, there it is. I go to pull it up after Jimmy, you're like, "Run it," right? And a trade has been completed. The same guy trades for Cooper Kupp, not Austin Eckler,
Oh, God.
and gives up Kyle Pitts, a first-round pick next year, and a third-round pick next year.
For Cooper Kupp?
So then I said to him, "You blew it. I was going to
Is
make
this
deal
with
you."
is
He
this
goes,
with strangers?
No.
This is with friends.
Yeah,
So you know this guy personally.
big time. Good friends with him.
I don't want to call anybody out, but do I know who it is?
I think I know who it is.
Yes.
Do I know who it is?
Probably not.
No.
Does his name rhyme with Devin?
Sure does.
No.
They were wrong. Oh, I think I know who it is.
Does
Is it your... I can't say it.
is it Blank and Ike?
Yeah.
No.
Does he work on elevators?
Yes.
Got it.
Jesus Christ, brother.
Yeah.
Oh my
So-
God, dude. Does he know Cooper Kupp probably isn't playing all year?
Listen, I'm very upset with it. So then we had a chat. This is the chat inside the Sleeper app. We could easily text. We text all the time. But no, we do this inside the Sleeper app to make sure it's legit. He goes, "I still want Eckler." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm sure you do, bud. I'm sure you do, Mr. Super Team." So he says, "Put something together." So now, and Jack, this is a little lesson for you with your first-time Dynasty League player. I want Pacheco. Okay? I want Sam Laporta. And I want 2025 and 2026 first-round draft pick. And I'm going to give him Eckler. And I'm also going to give him Cole Kmet.
Okay.
Okay.
I have
So,
Dalton
That
Kincaid.
might be better than the first trade.
Yeah, really.
I have Dalton Kincaid. And with Sam Laporta, I won't have to worry about tight end for 10 years. So we'll just let that ride. And then go from there. I got Garrett Wilson. I got some hitters.
Dude,
Unfortunately, they're just wrapped around DeAndre Hopkins of the world.
let me talk to you. Earlier in week 3, I made a trade that I feel was tendered towards my game plan. I traded Joe Mixon and a pick swap for first next year and Josh Downs. Right? That guy, this gentleman I made this deal with me, went on to make the following trade deal. Drake London, Zay Flowers, his second round pick next year, his second round pick the year after that, and the one the year after that as well. His 2025 first round pick, and his 2026 first round pick.
Hold on, this gets better.
For Bijan Robinson.
That's it. That's the whole deal.
To which he also traded Joe Mixon and Tutu Atwell, who Joe Mixon he just acquired, for Jaden Reed, Elijah Moore, and a second round pick.
I wish I was playing in your league.
Right? Like, what is that?
A bunch of morons at Topgolf that don't know what they're doing, dude.
That's
It's
crazy.
a bunch of morons at Topgolf.
Could you imagine the Bijan Robinson manager, though? Like, approve. The fuck?
Dude, if that
What
kid
the
came
fuck,
by,
dude?
I would be like, what? I would accept it so fast
Yeah,
because I
approve.
would be a fucking prank.
Back out of it now.
That's not good, dude.
Dude, I have his pick next year. So,
This man doesn't have a first round pick for the next, or a second round pick for the next three
fucking
seasons.
years.
By the time he has
you
picks,
see how ridiculous it actually is?
by the time he has picks to build around Bijan, Bijan's best football will be behind him.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Now, I'm going to read off his team very quickly. And by very quickly, I mean in under 2 minutes.
We only got 3, so I got
Under
something I
one.
want to get in. So,
Fuck, where...
all right, while he's doing this, looking for this slubs team,
Oh my god.
without looking up odds, without talking about it from a gambling aspect, and looking at a boom value for your pick here for your money, because we don't have time for it. DeMar Hamlin has been a healthy scratch for 3 straight weeks. Assuming he doesn't play many valuable snaps all year, give me a new pick for comeback player of the year.
Sam Howell?
No. Are you out of your fucking mind?
I'm in this fantasy league, so yes.
Dude, I have no idea right now.
Mekhi
TJ
Becton.
Watt?
Is he really a comeback player, though?
He got hurt last year.
Oh, yeah, he did. Who do you think, Hawk?
I'm not sure.
Oh, I thought you brought this up
Like
like
I
you
said,
had someone.
No.
John Mechie.
John Mechie hasn't
Yes.
got on the field yet either, though.
No, yes.
That's a good one. Yeah, he did. He caught
He's
a pass.
playing and
Oh,
he's
did he?
catching passes.
Yeah.
His target share is going up.
All right, I just Googled it really quick. Tua.
Yeah,
Yeah.
gotta be Tua, right?
Tua, probably.
Tua, Matt Stafford, Calvin Ridley's still there, and Brees Hall's there.
So basically Tua.
The way it's going right now, Brees Hall ain't winning dick. I could see Stafford. If this team winds up being a playoff team, I could see Stafford, because this would be one of those teams we were talking about. I forgot to even bring them up at the top of the show. Stafford goes down. That team sucks. Now he comes back this year, but they lose Cooper Kupp, and they seemingly are starting to get ready for the reload to rebuild this thing. And now all of a sudden they're winning football games and playing
Well,
competitively.
yeah, exactly. Baker Mayfield's up here too. By the way, TJ Watt's third in the odds.
Okay.
So I
Go
have
ahead, Jack. You got a minute, and I'm gonna sign off.
this man has changed his fantasy team's name from Doctor Strange to Traden Hurts. His starting quarterback is Jalen Hurts, Zach Moss, Jordan Addison, David Njoku, Tyler Algier, Brandon McManus, and Chris Jones. We have an IDP. He has three slots open on his starting roster right now. Trades being processed. Josh Dobbs, Jake Browning, Roshan Johnson, Melvin Gordon, Ronnie Rivers. Who the fuck is that guy? Tank Bigsby. Bijan's on his bench now. Kendra Miller, Josh Reynolds, Tutu Atwell got traded. Dontavian Wicks, Mark Andrews on the bench, Jake Ferguson.
Oh, God.
Yeah, that guy's a fucking bum.
He has like
dude.
5
He
backup
has-
running backs on his bench.
He
Like,
does. And now I can read his picks. He does not have a first round pick until 2027.
Yep. Sounds about right.
It's fantastic.
That was
That
actually
guy
really
should
good.
just change his name to Jalen Who Has Live Sports. Anything else?
No, that's pretty good, though.
We're brought to you by House of Havoc Podcasting, Stay Thirsty Company, Sachi D. De Niro, Dino Skate Park, Justin's Chop Shop at West Hampton Beach. Peace out.
Stay tuned.
Yeah.